Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. One of the impacts of the poorly thought out economic reform of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu had been the hardship in the country, the high cost of living, the twin policies of removal of the fuel subsidy and the flotation of the Naira did a lot of damage to the economy of Nigeria, particularly the flotation of the Naira. The flotation of the Naira led to the level where Naira was allowed to float and was allowed to float in respect to other international currencies. In other words, the value of the Naira was to be determined by demand and supply factors. It was a policy that was wrong, that was not well thought out, that really wrecked the economy of Nigeria. It was under that flotation of the Naira that Naira got to the level of almost 2,000 Naira to the dollar before common sense prevailed and the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu abandoned the flotation of the Naira, although they are yet to admit it officially, but they still claim that it's demand and supply that is determining the value of the Naira lately, even in the face of seeming appreciation of the Naira. But that is not true. Demand and supply is no longer the determinant of the value of the Naira. They have gone back to the protection of the Naira. Even the Bloomberg revealed it, talked about it recently, when he said that they were using the foreign reserve to pump up the Naira, but the government denied it. But it is left for you to know who to believe, whether you are to believe the government or you are to believe the Bloomberg. Now, one of the fallouts of this is the high cost of goods in the country. Now, with the appreciation of the Naira in recent time, yet the prices of goods are not coming down as fast as it went up. The northern groups have asked President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to go after businesses which refuse to lower prices of goods despite Naira appreciation against the dollar. So this group, northern groups, they want Tinubu to go after businesses which refuse to lower prices despite Naira appreciation against the dollar. So they want Tinubu to move against innocent traders, innocent businessmen who are suffering because of the impact of Tinubu's reform program, so-called economic reform. But they did not ask President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to lower the price of fuel. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the Minister of Petroleum. Perhaps many Nigerians have forgotten. He is the senior minister of petroleum resources in Nigeria. Why has he not lowered the price of fuel in line with the appreciation of the Naira? So these northern groups did not find it necessary to ask him, at least that is at his control, to lower the price of fuel in Nigeria in line with the appreciation of the Naira. Instead, you hear all kinds of story that Dangote will do this, Port Harcourt refinery will do that. What has that got to do with the appreciation of the Naira, since that is what determines the price of everything? And these northern groups, they think that whenever the naira appreciates, you lower your goods immediately in line with the appreciation of the naira. Why didn't they ask President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to lower the price of fuel? Fuel is far more important, far more significant, has more multiplier effect on the economy than any other thing in this country right now. There will be a significant impact in the life of Nigerians if fuel is lowered from between 600 to 700 naira now and lowered to like 300 naira in line with the appreciation of the naira. That is what the northern groups supposed to be asking Bola Ahmed Tinubu to do, and not to tell him to go and be harassing innocent traders in the market, or to go to people's supermarket and be harassing them that they have to sell at the rate of the naira appreciation, at today's rate of the naira. Because that is the right thing to do, to lower the price of petrol in line with the appreciation of the naira, so that Nigerians can benefit from the impact of the appreciation of the naira. So these northern groups, they don't know what they are asking for. They don't know that the traders are the victims of the policies of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The supermarkets are the victims of the policies of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now look at it this way. An importer bought, as a result of the policy of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, bought a dollar at the rate of 1,900 a few months ago, at the rate of 1,900 naira to the dollar, and use it to import goods from China, from United States, from anywhere in the world, and he brought it in. Now the naira is, let's say, at 1,200 naira to the dollar. You want him to sell it to you so that he will lose. Because of the policies of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he will lose. And you think you are doing the right thing by telling the president to move against such a man that is suffering because of the policy of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Because before Bola Ahmed Tinubu came to power, the exchange rate for the naira at the black market was 700 to 750 naira to the dollar. At the I&E window, that's import and export window, official rate, 460 naira to the dollar. Now, under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the dollar rose to 1,900. And the businessman, to ensure that he has goods in his shop or in his business, he goes ahead to buy at that outrageous rate, 1,900 naira to the dollar. 2 months later, Bola Ahmed Tinubu reverses himself. He is no longer doing naira flotation. Naira has begun to appreciate based on the reversal of the policy. And you want him to suffer because of something he was not responsible for. Who does that and survive as a business? And these are the people that northern groups are calling for, that they should be punished because they have not brought the goods back in line with the appreciation of the naira. It's not done that way. You cannot import goods at the rate of 1,900 naira to the dollar, and then because of the policy of the government, and that same government, after reversing itself, the naira is gaining some strength. And he has gotten strength to the level of 1,002. You want him to sell that good that he imported from China, from United States, from Japan, at the rate of 1,900 naira to the dollar. You want him to sell it to you at the rate of the present rate of the naira to the dollar, so that he will collapse his business, so that his business will die, so that he will become among the irresponsible people in the society, who they will accuse of criminality because he has nothing doing. Who does that? Who does that? Government has no right to tell any trader, any businesses, on how to sell their goods and services. they have to sell it as they bought it. It is not the business of government to go and tell them how to sell whatever they imported into this country at whatever rate, because they know the rate they bought it and they know the rate they will sell it. So that shouldn't be the business of governance or government. The one that government should handle is under his control. The issue of fuel. Fuel is important to any Nigerian. That is what people use to power their generator. I pass my neighbor and what have you. That is what small scale barbers, hair salon and what have you. That's what they use. If you reduce the price to 300 naira now, 300 naira per liter, that is what Bola Ahmed Tinubu should be asked by the northern groups to do, to reduce the price of fuel to at least 300 naira per liter, so that the impact of the appreciation of the naira can be felt by all Nigerians. Because this time around, transporters will have to reduce their cost of transportation. Farmers will benefit from it, because the cost of transportation of farm produce from the farm to the market will be reduced, and you see the multiplier effect on the economy. But these people are not asking him to do that. Instead, they are asking him to go and harass the victims of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's policy. The victims are the businessmen of this country. The businessmen are the reason why we can't get anything to eat in this country. If not for the businessmen of this country, this Nigeria would have been turned to Venezuela, the way they were doing their so-called reform, before the common sense prevailed and they abandoned that policy of Naira flotation. So if there is any reasonable thing to ask from the government in respect of the appreciation of the Naira, it is for them to reduce the price of fuel. And government can do it easily. And they can ask President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to do this one easily, because he is the Minister of Petroleum. NNPC is said to be the one importing fuel. So in other words, this one is directly under the control. It means that if NNPC is buying fuel, refined fuel from abroad for Nigeria, they are buying it at the rate of the present value of the Naira. So they are the ones that are in a position, after all, they are the government, they are the ones that are in a position to lower the price of fuel. That is what the northern groups should be asking Tinubu to do, and not to go about harassing traders in the market. Not to go about, as they are doing in Abuja these days, closing down supermarkets and all kinds of things with all manners of excuses. These are people, private business people, are the reason why this country is not yet turned to Venezuela. They should be applauded, and nobody should force them to reduce their price. When they imported the things they are selling at the rate of 1,900 naira to the dollar. Some bought at the rate of, when it was at 1,600 naira to the dollar. Some bought at the time it was 1,500 naira to the dollar. And now Naira has appreciated to about 1,100, 1,200. And you want them to run at a loss so that their business will close. These are people that borrowed money from banks to import all these things. And you think that the banks will allow them to rest. You are not even sympathetic to all these traders, what they pass through, all these businessmen, what they pass through to bring goods into the country. You didn't ask the government how much is the exchange rate at the seaport, at Nigerian seaport. At the Nigerian seaport, ask how much do they pay as exchange rate at the seaport. What they pay when the goods come into the country, how much they pay the government of Nigeria to clear their goods. You didn't ask. All you want is That is a selfish agitation. All you want them to is to lower it according to the present rate of the Naira. That is unfair to the businesses in Nigeria. That is unfair to those who have invested and borrowed money from banks and elsewhere to import things that are needed in this country when government was not in a position to import those things. The one that government should do, they should ask government to do it. That is what I expect the northern groups to do, to ask President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to lower the price of fuel right now as the Naira has appreciated, so that we can begin to enjoy the appreciation of the Naira. That's my take. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.